Hey, good morning, everybody. This is TOEFL dedicated session number 4. How is everyone doing this morning or evening? I assume it's evening for a lot of you guys. Everyone doing good? So we did have some homework, and I haven't looked at the homework yet. So I thought that I would go through the passage and kind of give you my thought process as I did it. And then I told you we're going to give you guys another passage. You guys are going to do it, and then we're going to talk about the answers. Does that sound good? Okay, so here's the passage. The passage is about Chinese pottery. So the first thing I want to do is just get the main idea of every paragraph. So China has one of the world's oldest. Okay, so it's an old, okay, all right. It's a big old culture, complex, and then pottery is important. So it just says that pottery is a major role. The function and status has varied. Okay, so it's not like it's consistent. A lot of change. The ceramics fall into 3 categories: earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. Okay, so we have 3 categories. Okay, got it. 3 types, basically. Moving on. The earliest ceramics were fired to earthenware temperatures, but as early as the 15th century BC, high temperature stonewares were being made. All right, so this almost looks like it's about time. It seems like this paragraph is about time. So it talks about what they did early. They then went to the stonewares. They talk about the 7th to the 10th centuries. Extends over most of the historical periods, but is less clearly delineated than that of, okay, so it looks like time, yeah. Everything's about time here, okay? Trade between the West and the settled and prosperous Chinese dynasties introduced new forms and different, so this is about trade. It's also about influence from the West. So influence from the West, sorry about the handwriting. So they got something from the Middle East. They got something from the Arab world. What else? They got something from the Dutch East India Company. They got something, okay, yeah. The Chinese themselves adapted many, okay, looks pretty good. Just as painted designs on Greek pots may seem today to be purely decorative, their meaning was clear. So basically, the meaning goes beyond decoration. Goes beyond decoration. The meaning is clear. They have a deeper meaning, basically. So the dragon represented the emperor, things like that. From early times, pots were used in both religious and secular contexts. The imperial pots played. So this entire paragraph is about pots. Okay, gotta have a pot, and the pot was both religious and secular. So let's do a quick recap. China's an old culture. Pottery is important. There was a lot of change, a lot of variety, 3 main categories. This is about the evolution or the development of pottery, time. This is about trade, influence from the West, the Arab world, the Dutch East India Company. This is about the meaning goes beyond decoration. And then finally, this one is about pots. So let's go to the last one here. I'm looking for the 3 main ideas. Ceramics made in imperial factories were used. That's not the main idea of a paragraph, so that doesn't work. Before China had contact with the West, the meaning of various designs was well understood. That's not the main idea of a paragraph. Chinese, actually it does say clear. Let's keep that one. They did say that the meaning went beyond, right? Wasn't that the last paragraph or near? Chinese burial ceramics have the longest and most varied history of production and were frequently decorated with written text that help scholars date them. This entire paragraph is about burial ceramics. That's way too specific. As a result of trade, yes, that's definitely a main idea. The shape and decoration of ceramics produced for religious use were influenced by Chinese. No, that's not the main idea of a paragraph. The Chinese produced earthenware. Yep, the 3 types. The 3 types. So it has to be ACE. So this is like paragraph number 2. This is paragraph about trade. And this is the paragraph about the meaning. So ACE. Now what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go through the vocab. So what does status mean? Status means importance. Okay, keep going, everybody. Evolved means developed. Keep going, everybody. Instigated means to cause something. Keep going. Whereas is going to mean while. Keep going. And this is a previously referenced. Let's go ahead and do it. Long and often lyrical descriptions of the different types of ware exist that assist in classifying pots, although these sometimes confuse. So these is going to be the lyrical descriptions right there. So it looks like the correct answer is going to be B. All right. Okay, any questions so far? All right. Hey, Alejandro, you have a question?
Yes, Greg, I have a question.
Sure.
Greg, when it comes to question number 10, the main ideas.
Sure.
Should we focus only in the whole passage as a whole, or paragraph by paragraph?
Almost paragraph by paragraph. So this paragraph, I think, was paragraph number 2 right here. This paragraph was the trade paragraph, and this paragraph was about the meaning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it's basically that, paragraph by paragraph, and then make like a summary at the end.
Basically, what you're trying to do is find 3 paragraphs. That's all you're trying to do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, good.
Yep. Hey, Alina.
Hi, Greg. I have a small question, not about this paragraph, but about the structure of our lessons. So far we had 4 lessons about reading, and isn't going to be the same about other sections of the TOEFL, like listening and speaking?
We're definitely going to talk about listening, speaking, and writing. I don't know if it's going to have 4 lessons, but it'll have a minimum of 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yep. The reason we're spending a lot of time on reading is because I think people struggle with reading the most, and I just want to show you guys that it's actually more kind of structured and formulaic than you think it is. Now, I want to show you, we've only spent about, what, 5 or 6 minutes on this passage. How many questions have I answered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've answered about half of the questions in about a third or a fourth of the time, which means I can kind of slow down here a little bit, right? I can kind of slow down here a little bit, okay? Vishu says F is wrong, 437. Yes, F is not correct. Yeah, F is a wrong. This is not the main idea of a paragraph. Those of you who are in the United States, are you experiencing any lag with the video? So like Alejandro. So I think a lot of you guys experiencing lag, my guess is you are in a different place maybe? Oh, so it's interesting. Okay, interesting. Some people say lag, some people say don't. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We'll just have to try our best. And of course, remember, we are recording these, so if you miss anything. Is India having trouble with its internet right now? So sometimes, sometimes they have these underground sea cables, and I know in Southeast Asia they get cut a lot. I don't know if the copper is being stolen. I don't know if it's just like an accident or something like that. Or yeah, usually they claim the shark eats it. I'm not sure I buy that. I'm not sure I buy that explanation. But okay, anyway. All right. I think whenever I change screens, it lags, right? All right, here we go. According to paragraph 2, which of the following is true of Chinese ceramics? Unfortunately, there's nothing I can rephrase here. So let's just see. Okay, the function is varied. So it could be utilitarian. Okay, the ceramics fall into 3 broad types: earthenware, stoneware, and porcelain. All right. In addition, there was an important group of sculptures made for religious use, the majority of which were produced in earthenware. Some religious sculptures were made using the earthenware type of ceramics. Well, I just read that. Correct answer is D. Remember, this is an English test. It's not a thinking test. Doesn't the passage say D is true? It says the last sentence right there, right? Yeah, it's like a matching test. That's a good way to put it. Right? The next one is this one. Which of the sentence, so this is the sentence rephrasing, right? Here's the sentence rephrasing. The tradition of religious sculpture extends over most historical periods, which means it's a long time, but is less clearly delineated than that of stonewares or porcelains. So sculpture is not as clear as stonewares or porcelains, for it embraces the old custom of earthenware burial ceramics with later religious images and architectural ornament. So let's rephrase this. The tradition of sculpture is over most of the history, but it's not as clear as stonewares and porcelains, and they give the reason why. They say that the sculpture kind of follows the old custom with later religious images and architectural ornament. Okay, interesting. Here we go. While stonewares and porcelains are found throughout most historical periods, religious sculpture is limited. No, that is not correct. Religious sculpture was created in most periods, but its history is less clear. Yep, that looks pretty good. While stonewares and porcelains changed, that's not the main idea. The historical development of religious sculpture is relatively unclear because religious sculptures sometimes resemble earthenware. That's not the reason why it's unclear. So the correct answer has to be B. Also, D mentions nothing about stonewares or porcelains. Okay, next one. Paragraph 3 supports all of the following concerning the history of the ceramic industry in China, except. Honestly, this might be something you want to skip because it's an except question, but here we go. So this is paragraph 3. The earliest ceramics were fired, but as early were being made during the 6 kilns were produced high fire of good quality. Whitewares, okay, so good quality. Well, boom, right here. Poor quality. We know that's not true. So A. According to paragraph 4, one consequence of the trade of Chinese ceramics was, so we're looking for some kind of result or some kind of effect about the import-export. So here we go. So new forms, different technologies, the impact, Chinese so admired that they encourage development. They encourage development, research into the method, acquired a blue pigment that contained cobalt, have a mango, the trading as a result of vast quantities of being brought to Europe. Okay, the Chinese themselves adapted. Okay, a decreased number, no. Chinese production of ware is made for, yes, that looks pretty good. An immediate change from earthenware, not immediate change, cross it out. And so a transfer, did they transfer the blue pigment? I don't think that's what they said. So the correct answer has to be C. So let's take a break real quickly. Any questions about how I'm doing this? Do you see how I'm moving pretty fast? Right, I'm going through this pretty fast, right? Okay, any questions about this? Yes, in the current TOEFL, you do have 10 questions. That is correct. Francesco, you can definitely leave the accept questions till the end, but keep in mind they're a lot easier than accept questions on the GRE. Accept questions on the GRE are a lot nastier. This one here, it's relatively straightforward. Here, let me show you what I mean. Remember the passage said that the ceramics were good quality? This says poor quality. See how kind of straightforward it is? Cool. Any more questions? Do we get some points if we get 2 of the options right? In the last question, yes, you do. Does this particular paragraph come with every question? Yes, it does. So the good thing about TOEFL is they give you the paragraph, which is good. So you don't have to keep going like this, right? They actually give you the paragraph on the screen. And I want you to notice how I'm just using the strategies that I'm teaching, right? I'm just rephrasing the questions, finding the answer, going to it like that. All right, here we go. Next one. In paragraph 5, the author compares the designs on Chinese pots to those on Greek pots in order to, this is what we call an author purpose question. So we have to rephrase it. Why is the author comparing the designs on Chinese pots to those on Greek pots? Well, let's find out. All right, so here's the Chinese pot. Where's the Greek pot? May seem tode be, so to explain that it's not purely decorative, to explain that their meaning is clear. Emphasize that while Chinese pots, no. Argue that the designs had specific meanings, yes. Argue that 20th century are better able, no. Explain how scholars have identified the meaning, no. We don't know how they did it, so 9 has to be B. Which of the following is mentioned in paragraph 5 as being symbolically represented on Chinese ceramics? They said the dragon is the emperor. So doesn't that mean that the Chinese ruler? Paragraph 5 suggests which of the following about the decorations on Chinese pottery? Let's see. The dragon represented the emperor. Mandarin ducks stood for wedded pine. Okay. They had more importance for aristocrats. Did they say that? I don't think they said that. Their significance may have remained clear had the Chinese not come under foreign influence. Block of 4. Everyone, this is block of 4. The meaning was clear, but then the Europeans came along, messed everything up, and then we lost the meaning. So here's the block of 4. If the Europeans had never come, what would have happened? Would we have lost the meaning? Yes or no? No, we would not have lost the meaning. So this is a block of 4, everybody. So that's why the correct answer has to be B. All right, I think we're done. One more. Foreign trade was also responsible. So there's 2 ways to think about this. It has to go after foreign trade being responsible for something, but at the same time, after this has to be something about color. So let's take a look. One of the most far-reaching examples we're into the Arab world. Okay, so it can't be A because there's nothing about color. From the Middle East, acquired. It looks like it has to be B. Yeah, correct answer is B. Boom, we're done. 14 out of 14. Actually, 15 out of 15 because this is 2 points, right? Cool. Any questions? All right, we have a question from Alejandro. Hey, Alejandro.
Well, I think, Greg, now the problem is being solved. The problem in the delay of the connection. Yeah. Can you please go, Greg, again over the question number, I think it's 13, the one of adding sentences after ABCD?
Sure. This one, right?
Not watching the screen.
Oh, is it lagging that bad? Wow. Interesting.
Now I see. I see.
Wow. Yeah.
Too big. Too big.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, I'll have the recording up. The recording will have no lag. Okay, so what's your question about this one?
Okay. My question is, Greg, what's the strategy? What's the strategy usually? Because when sometimes we see pronouns, sometimes we see words that indicate reference. Sometimes any specific strategy to attain that kind of question.
Yeah, so I think the first thing you want to look for is pronouns. So that is correct. I agree with you. But if you look at this sentence, do you see any pronouns?
Let me see. I'm not able to watch the sentence because of it's like very big for me.
You can't see foreign trade was also responsible? You can't see this?
Let me see.
At the bottom?
I only see the very, very, very top, but not the full sentence.
Really? That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in this case, it has no pronouns. So that first strategy doesn't work. So what you're going to focus on is a word also. I know you can't see it, but it has the word also here. Also means it must go after something, right?
Okay.
Okay. And then that's number 1. And then number 2, do you see where it says certain innovations in coloring?
I see certain innovations.
What would the author?
Coloring.
Yeah, what would the author do after that? Wouldn't the author give an example about an innovation in color?
Okay.
Yeah, so that means that an example about color has to come after it. So you have to be flexible. You should look for pronouns first, but pronouns are not always going to be there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yep.
Thank you.
Let's go to Sagar. Hey, Sagar.
Yeah, hi Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so my question is that how do you read these type of questions? Like when you talk about A, does it starts from so admired, or does it start from trade between the West?
So what you want to think is, see the sentence down here, foreign trade was also responsible. If A is the correct answer, you would put the sentence right here. So the sentence after it would be so admired. The sentence before it would be Arab world.
Okay.
And then you say, oh, does it make sense in this location or not?
Oh, so see the mistake I made over here is that I also chose this option only from the Middle East, but I thought that that is C, not B.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's B. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, Farina, how are you?
Hey, Greg, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so is there any chance you will take a speaking session and a listening session before 26th? Because I have my exam coming up on 26th. I could really use those.
So next week we're definitely going to be doing listening for sure. And did you say speaking and listening? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week we're doing listening. Probably the week after that we'll be doing speaking.
Okay, I guess then we'll make it.
Yeah, it'll
Thank you.
be pretty close. Yeah, it'll be pretty close.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Yep. All right. Cool. Any more questions? So as you can see, when I'm moving through these passages, I'm moving through them pretty quickly, but I'm also moving through them with a purpose. I'm not moving through them blindly. I know exactly what I'm looking for. So for example, in this question, what am I looking for? Assuming you can see it and there's not lag. I'm looking for 3 main ideas of paragraphs. That's all I'm looking for. In this question right here, what am I looking for? Words that give location. In this case also, and then color, right? In this one here, this is just a previously referenced question, right? This one here, I'm looking for, I'm just rephrasing the information. Like here, I'll give you an example. Did the passage say Chinese rulers, yes or no? I don't think it used that word. I think the word it used is emperor. So do you see how they're just kind of testing your vocab? That's all they're doing. Yeah, they're just testing your vocab. That's all. Okay. 11, this is an inference question. How do I know that? What word tells me? It's because of the word suggest. So what did I do? I did block of 4. Good. What do you guys think? I'm not saying go through it blindly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying go through it with a purpose. Know exactly what you're doing. Like remember those vocab questions? How quickly did I answer them? Yeah, very quickly, right? There was like 3, 4 vocab questions. Boom, 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 boom. So if you think, for example, number 10 or number 11 is difficult, you're going to have a lot of saved time because you move through those vocab questions so quickly. That's kind of the genius of this strategy. And at the same time, you also know what the passage is mostly about because we took the time to get the main idea of every paragraph. Remember, this one was about China has a long history. This one's about pottery is important. There's a lot of variety. This one's about the development or the evolution. This one's about the trade with the West. And then this one here is about the meaning. It has some symbolism to it. And then the last paragraph is about pots. Kind of a weird last paragraph. Seems kind of a weird thing. Pots. This is the pot paragraph. And you'll notice, did they even ask any questions about the pots? I think they asked no questions about the pots at all. Cool. All right, guys, what do you think? More straightforward than GRE? Yeah, it's definitely more straightforward, right? It's definitely more straightforward. You'll notice I'm doing very little thinking. I'm moving through them very quickly. Right? All right, guys. There's another passage after this one. Let me tell you the name. I think it's called Variations in Climate. Let me take a look. Okay, I think I found it. All right, so what I want you guys to do is Variations in Climate, but I'm going to make this more like a real GRE passage, which means how many questions? Only 10 questions. Only 10. Remember, the current GRE has only 10. So everyone, get out a piece of pencil and paper because I want you to write down the number of questions I want you to do. Okay? Oh, did I say GRE? I mean TOEFL. Yeah, sorry. I'm not showing you the passage right now. I'm not showing you the passage. I'm looking on my other monitor. Okay? All right, so let me write down the questions I want you guys to do. All right. So the first question I want you to do is 15. I want you to also do 16. Let's see. I want you to do 17, 18, 19. So far we're skipping nothing. Let's skip number 20. I want you to do number 21 and 22. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 3 more questions. Let's go to 26. 27 and 28. Is that 10 questions, everybody? I believe it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, guys. I'm going to give you the real TOEFL, I believe, gives you 18 minutes. Is that correct? Is it 18 minutes? Is that what they give you? I think it's 18 minutes, yeah. For one passage. Okay, so this is the variations in climate passage. Okay, now if you don't have this book, it's called the Volume Test 2 book. Yeah, you need to get it because it's a very valuable TOEFL resource. It's a very valuable TOEFL resource. Okay, so any questions about this exercise? What page is it on? It looks like it's on page, in the book that I have, it's on page 85. All right, guys. I'm going to put the timer here so you can see it. Let me get my timer. Okay, reset. Okay, can everybody see my timer right here? Okay, here we go. 18 minutes. Good luck. Guys, I'm not giving you the passage. Remember, I told you guys it's your responsibility to get the book. Right? No, I'm not showing you the passage. How would that even work? How could I show you the passage in 10 questions? How would that even work, guys? Right? So this book is from the volume test 2, test number 2, passage number 2. 222. 222. I thought I told you guys the name in the previous class. So this is from volume 2 of the TOEFL practice tests. Okay. So volume 2, test number 2, passage number 2, page 85. It is not free. I recommend you guys buy this book. If you guys are trying to get a high TOEFL score, I recommend purchasing this book. Yeah, it's a very useful book. Yeah, very useful book. And it's not that expensive. It's not like the big book for GRE or anything. One more minute, everybody. One more minute. Okay, that is about time, everybody. What'd you guys think? Let me know in the chat box. It was okay? Easy? Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over these answers. So give me 1 second. Okay, so organize pages. Alright. Extract. There we go. Bring this over here. New share. Okay. Can everyone see this? Yes or no? Okay. So what we're going to do here is we are going to talk about the answers. But remember, we want to kind of follow a process here. And it's not going to take very long. So what is the main idea of paragraph 1? It's easy or it's difficult to figure this out? It's difficult, right? It's not an easy thing. Well, you guys are all saying easy. Interesting. One of the most difficult aspects, right? We need to therefore know how much it can vary. Maybe you guys are trolling me. Yeah, guys, this is a difficult thing to figure out. That's the main idea of paragraph 1. Oh, they thought the main idea... I got you. Okay, there was confusion about whether it's easy or difficult. No, what they're saying is the figuring out this climate stuff is not easy. It's difficult. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my fault. I should have phrased that better. All right, second paragraph. What is the meaning of the second paragraph or the main idea? Isn't it about these proxy records? We have to use the proxy records. Isn't that what it's about? Okay. The next paragraph here, isn't it also about the proxy records? It's about how they work, how the proxy records work. Yeah. This main paragraph here is the main idea is there have been natural changes. So has the climate remained constant or not constant? Not constant, right? That's kind of the main idea of this paragraph. And then this one right here is about the combination of the various factors. Do you see how they're talking about the combination? The oceans, the land surfaces, the ice and the snow, all of that stuff. And then finally, the last two, one way to estimate, okay, right here, is using computers right there. And then finally, this is about the external factors like volcanoes and things of that nature. Okay, did you guys get the same main ideas? Okay, so here we go. Go to the last paragraph, or the last question. What would you choose here? Scientists have concluded that human activity accounts. Is that the main idea of a paragraph? Yes or no? I don't remember reading that. Scientists believe that activities outside the global climate system, such as volcanoes, is that the main idea of a paragraph? Yes, it is. So we choose it. Scientists have successfully separated. Is that the main idea of a paragraph? They've successfully separated? No, that doesn't work. Cross it out. Computer models are used to estimate how the different causes. Is there a paragraph about computers? Yes, there is. Scientists see a consistent pattern. Is that true? Is it consistent? Nope, that's not true. And so finally, what are we left with? We're left with A. In the absence of instrumental records, proxy. Is there a main idea about proxy? Yes, there is. So hopefully you guys are seeing the benefit of this technique. Right? Hopefully you guys are seeing the benefit of it. You're just choosing main ideas of paragraphs. So now let's go ahead and look at the vocab. We only had 2 vocab questions, right? So the first one was right here. What does erratic mean, everybody? Erratic is going to be unpredictable. Okay, let's go to the next one. What does striking mean, everybody? Noticeable. Okay, let's go to the sentence addition one, everybody. Do you see any words here that give location? So the word indeed, right here, indeed gives location. But at the same time, so does the word actually. Doesn't actually kind of indicate this is a surprise, kind of like unexpected information, right? So if you look at the last one here, it says this. It says they cannot be invoked to explain the rapid warming in recent decades. In fact, it has actually, reduced some of the warming. It's kind of a surprise. So the correct answer is D, everybody. D. Yeah, kind of a shocking info, kind of a surprise. See how quickly we're moving? We're moving through this very, very quickly. Let's go to question number 15. According to paragraph 1, which of the following must we find out? Must we find out? We need to know. Isn't that the same thing? Yes or no? Must, need, must, need, must, need. So the climate can vary of its own accord. So the correct answer is B. Same thing, right? The degree to which the climate varies naturally, doesn't that mean on its own accord? Right there, same thing. 16, according to paragraph 2, an advantage. So why are the proxy records better? Well, they're better right here. Doesn't it say better right here? Because it allows us to go further back in time. So the correct answer is C. Okay, moving on. Over long periods of time, substances whose physical and chemical properties change with the ambient climate at the time can be deposited in a systematic way. So idea number 1 is substances are deposited in a systematic way. And then what's idea number 2? It provides a continuous record of changes. Okay. Changes in systematically deposited substances that are affected by climate can indicate climate variations over time. Okay, looks pretty good. Right? That looks pretty good. Because it takes long periods of time for the... Did the sentence say that? Yes or no? Because it takes long periods of time for the climate to change? I don't remember reading that. For hundreds or thousands of years, people... What? What? People have been observing? Did it talk about people? Nope, so that's wrong as well. Because physical and chemical properties are unchanging. Are they unchanging? Yes or no? No. So the correct answer is D. Moving on. According to paragraph 3, scientists are able to reconstruct proxy temperature records by... Why or how do they use proxy? 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 Information on temperature and other aspects can be inferred from systematic changes in the properties. In the properties. So which one of these says properties? Isn't it only B? Right there. Keep going. We said skip this one. We did say skip this one, right? We said skip 20. Is that right? No, do 20. Skip 20, yeah. Okay. All of the following are mentioned in paragraph 5 as natural causes of climate change, except does atmospheric changes cause climate change? Right here. Yes. Does the slow movement of land masses? I see land. I don't see anything about movement. So that's wrong. Okay, keep going, keep going. We said skip that one. Skip, skip. Here we go. What is the author's purpose? Guys, this is easier than you think it is. What is the main idea of this paragraph? Isn't the main idea about there's external factors like volcanoes and solar activity? So wouldn't that be the purpose of why he's doing this, right? So which one of these says other factors? Yeah, isn't it going to be B right here? Now, we can also do vertical verb scan. Is the author arguing anything? No. Is the author comparing anything? No. Is the author explaining anything? No. Is he explaining how something's different? No. Correct answer is going to be B. I think that's it. We're done. Cool. What do you guys think? Not too bad? See how I'm just going through this with a very deliberate strategy, All right, let's take any questions. Does anybody have any questions whatsoever? All right. Hey, Shripriya, how are you? All right, let's go to Fran. Oh, are you there, Shripriya?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. So my question was like how much time do you think it'll take for us to finish the other sections, like the listening, speaking, and writing, so that I can schedule my TOEFL accordingly?
I would say a minimum of a week for each skill. I think we can do the writing in a week. I think we'll have the entire TOEFL class finished in about a month or a month and a half.
From today.
From today, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep. All right, let's go to Francesco. Hey, Francesco. I just heard you, Francesco. Okay, let's go to Alina. Hey, Alina.
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
Yeah, I have a small question about last 28.
Okay, sure.
So about answer F. So it says about human activity, and I remember there is a paragraph about volcanoes and stuff, and in the end it says but this volcano and ocean activity, so it couldn't be the biggest problem, so the human activities also should be accounted.
Okay, let's go back to the paragraph and see if it says that. You mean this one right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does it blame humans in this paragraph?
Okay. No, it doesn't.
No, yeah, so that's wrong, right?
So not directly.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
thanks.
Yep. All right, let's go to Sagar. Hey, Sagar.
Yeah, Greg, can you go to the second question?
Sure. You mean number 16, right?
Ooh,
This
I
one?
think 26.
Oh, 22? 22? Okay, sure.
Yeah, so can you explain why C is not wrong?
Well, C is true. So changes in the amount of ice and snow. See where it says the extent of ice and snow? Doesn't that mean how much?
Yeah, but I kind of thought that the changes over here means that they are decreasing, but fluctuations mean they can increase or decrease. So
Yeah, extent just means how much. It doesn't mean it's going down. So it could be going down or it could be going up.
yeah, okay. And can you go to the seventh question that where we are supposed to select A, B, or C, A, B, C, and D, like that or those options?
Yep, this one, sure.
It was 27th. Yeah, so again I got this question wrong and I chose B. Can you explain why that is wrong?
Can you separate this thus right here?
Not really. Yeah, so how do you basically figure it out that which words are important to identify which of the options are correct?
This thus is connected to this sentence, right?
Yeah.
So can I put something in the middle? Is that a good idea?
No.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Let's go to one more. Let's go to Shweta. Hey, Shweta.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
So I'll be giving my TOEFL next week. So I just wanted to ask what to do. Just like I'm giving it in the afternoon, but just one day before or the day itself, like what to do.
I would say for the entire week building up to the TOEFL, you need to do official TOEFL practice tests. And again, you can get them very cheaply. They're not that expensive. There's 3 official TOEFL books out there: the official guide, the volume test 1, the volume test 2. Get one or all of those books and just start working through practice tests. I really think you'll learn how the TOEFL works if you work through those practice tests.
I've started. I had done this one already, the one you gave on climate. And what I observe is in my reading, I just of course, I'm getting out of 42, I'm getting around 37, 38. But the issue is my last passage, I usually tend to do wrong due to time limitation. So how should I increase my speed of solving?
I mean, the way we just went through this was very fast, right? In fact, when
Yeah.
you guys were doing the TOEFL passage, and then I was doing it as well, you know, like on my other screen, I finished it in 4 minutes.
So I guess like should
I
we?
mean, just use
I
these
don't know.
just use these
Yeah,
techniques. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Obviously, you don't have to do this in 4 minutes. So, you know, while you guys were working on it, for 14 minutes, I was just like using Discord and stuff. All right. All right, guys. That is it for the reading. In these last 4 classes, you've basically seen how I approach TOEFL reading. Okay. So Francisco says 18. Let's talk about 18. Did I mark the wrong answer? Let's take a look. Infer observing changes in present day, studying regional, inferring past from observations. Okay, let's take a look. According to science, are able to reconstruct. So let's look for the word reconstruct. Generally, hence the observed information and other can be inferred from the systematic changes. Can be inferred, which means reconstruct, from the changes in properties. Proxy has been from Istra embedded ocean from the and ice coils. These are consistent. There are nonetheless some intriguing, which suggests that. Okay, to me it still says it's talking about properties, but I will check the answer key. So let's take a look. What number is this? So it's definitely not regional differences. Let's cross that out. Observing changes in present day climate changes. That seems wrong too. Inferring from the current. Inferring past climate shifts from the current. Inferring past climate shifts from the current. To me, it seems like they're still focusing on the properties. So what number is that? 18. So let's go to the answer key. Where's the answer key? Where are you? 18. Yeah, 18 is B, Francisco. Right there. Cool. Yeah. Okay, no problem. And hey, like I said, everyone makes mistakes. So if I mark a wrong answer, please let me know. You know, there's no shame in that. Everyone makes mistakes. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you in about an hour or so. We have another question, or we have another class about eliminating answers for the GRE. So see you guys later. Bye bye.